Good evening, and welcome to News Now Influence, where we bring you the stories that matter. South Africa's sports, arts, and culture minister, Gayton McKenzie, has come under fire for spending over 800,000 rands on a trip to the Paris Olympic Games, sparking public outrage over the use of taxpayer money. A major portion of the expense, around 450,000 rands, was allocated to ground transport, a figure many have called excessive. McKenzie has defended the trip, saying his attendance was essential to his ministerial duties, which involve representing South Africa on the global stage and supporting the country's athletes. During a media briefing, he provided a breakdown of the costs, including air travel, accommodation, and transport, emphasizing that all expenses were within the guidelines of the Ministerial Handbook, which governs allowable spending for government officials. Despite his defense, the public outcry remained strong, with critics questioning the justification for such high costs, especially when private citizens, such as superfan Mama Joy, travel to support South African teams at their own expense. McKenzie argued that his role is different from that of a fan, as he attended the Olympics for official purposes, including networking with international stakeholders and promoting South African culture. The backlash comes amid broader concerns about government spending during a time of economic difficulty in South Africa, where unemployment and poverty are rampant. Citizens have expressed frustration, feeling that such lavish spending is tone-deaf given the country's pressing economic issues. In response to the outrage, McKenzie has called for an internal investigation into the high costs, admitting that some expenses, like the 450,000 rands spent on ground transport, may have been exorbitant. He insists, however, that his trip was a professional obligation, not a luxury, and has committed to addressing the concerns raised by the public. The controversy has reignited debates on government accountability and transparency, with calls for stricter oversight on how public funds are used by officials. The outcome of this debate could shape future policies on government spending. Thanks for being with us. Remember, the news never stops. Stay tuned for more right here on News Now Influence.